All right, should we play D&D?
Let's do it.
Woof. Okay. Let's start here. After a day of festival and celebration, your party of adventurers takes 3 long days within a new safe haven known as Duskfall Hollow, the city beneath the mountain. A city shielded from the burning and the many monstrosities now found wandering the wilderness beyond Dawn Wall. After each of you spend your days of downtime completing a multitude of tasks, reading up on demonology, learning about the Hollow, increasing your arcane knowledge, speaking with citizens and the town's leader, creating potions, armor, and of course, business dealings. Making purchases, selling found goods, you eventually find yourself on the eve of your departure. A meeting with Lady Avelina, set for the next morning to discuss details of your mission south to take on this Chaos Legion. But before the evening comes to a close, the camera pans across a shabby wooden room. The smell of must and spilled ale, the light of dim candles, and the quiet sounds of glasses clanking from outside. We see Anna readying her pack, placing colorful vials carefully into specific pockets and pouches along her backpack. Saru relaxes on a cot nearby, smiling to himself, likely looking back on the show he was able to put together those few days ago on such short notice. Arthur sits at the end of a cot, wearing his newly purchased tunic. He meticulously inspects each arrow within his quiver, refletching those with even the smallest of imperfections. Clavius sits on a chair near the door, in his lap a thick tome entitled Fiendish Codex 4, Greater Demons of the Abyss by Generic Bane. He skims over the marked pages again and again, preparing his mind for what the next week may bring. We hear the muffled sound of breaking glass come from the main room of the tavern, followed by the distinct laughter of the proprietor, Chaudhry. Sarah sits up from her cot and walks to the storage room's door, peering out to see a red-faced Fent standing over a puddle of red wine and shards of broken glass. She sighs to herself and, with a wry smile, walks to his aid, quietly closing the wooden door behind her. In the rear corner of the storage room, turned makeshift bedchamber for your party, we see a sight we've seen the last 2 evenings now. Stephen grasping the smooth, dark green spear within his hands, as Xerxes and Isabel stand nearby, trying to help the young wizard decipher its mysterious arcane puzzle. Minutes pass as they move from stage to stage, through the delicate movements required to keep the sphere from collapsing on itself and halting their progress, until a dull purple light begins to emit from the cracks and panels, catching the eye of those throughout the room. A few more movements, and the light moves from purple to white. As its intensity grows, and then slowly and decisively, Stephen makes the final move to solve the puzzle, and the light fades away, until a sudden rush of arcane energy fills the storage chamber, and that Black Barrel Tavern in a glow of rainbow light. And the sounds of rushing magical energy fills our ears like wind being funneled through one of Saru's ocarinas. As the light overtakes the room, we lose sight of all the cots, packs, books, and characters within. And then a clap of metal impacting metal, much like a sword impacting a shield, and the bright light vanishes. We see the wooden room, now illuminated only by those same dim candles. The chairs and cots throughout the room now empty, all except one, where a smooth, dark orb nestles within a depression of blankets. A few moments pass until the wooden door flings open, and Sarah and Fent barge into the chamber, weapons drawn. The scene fades as confusion washes across their faces. Then we fade in on a dark stone chamber, a strange room that none of you have seen before. Looks like the walls of some ancient castle dungeon. How did you get here? Where is here? Is there a way out? The group stands within the small chamber, the walls covered by scorched and shattered plaster, bearing dark stone blocks beneath. Above are a half-dozen chandeliers with candles glowing a dim arcane light. The large arch opening to the west, you found, holds a strange and deadly necromantic energy trap, triggered by both Stephen, who now concentrates on casting an identify spell upon a necrotically charged archway, and Xerxes, who is now passed to the bottom of the staircase, each beyond the barely visible energy field between the small chamber you arrived within and the cavernous chamber to the west. Those of you within the small eastern chamber who are gazing into the larger space through the necrotic archway, there is an ever-present darkness that somewhat obscures your view. You can see Stephen and Xerxes, but they appear more as shadowed silhouettes than they do completely as clear figures, especially Xerxes, who is just about at the extent of most of your vision. As the faint echoes of the tolling bell, seemingly triggered by the two of you passing through the necrotic shroud of the archway, fully fades into the eerie silence of this place, it is Xerxes and Xerxes alone, who barely notices the subtle sounds of falling dust. Tiny pieces of ancient stone pillars crumbling beneath the feet of the creatures stealthily descending from above. So I move you to this next page, those of you that need to roll initiative still can do so. And can you all see the initiative tracker? Or do I have to reset it?
I can see it.
I put a little green on the map so you can tell where the trap was since you figured it out.
You know, I can't see any enemies, Michael. I think that's probably a mistake on your end.
Yeah, probably a little glitch or something weird. I don't know why I can't see them.
Could you populate the next level up where it shows the enemies descending?
Yeah, let me get that for you. Xerxes, your eyes are drawn upwards as you see two pale humanoid figures, dark hair hanging wildly around their faces as they stare down at you through glowing red eyes. What makes the sight even more frightening is that they walk as if gravity was holding their feet firmly against the pillars, their bodies extending outward horizontally, parallel to the very floor beneath your feet. The nails on each hand appear more like razor-sharp claws. Their clothing is ragged and torn, exposing much of their dry, lifeless flesh below. You can clearly see that it clings rather tightly to each knobby bone, like these creatures have been without a proper meal in a very, very long time. As they close in on your position from above, their nearly lipless mouths crack open, and they bear sets of elongated canine teeth at you. They're approximately 30 feet above your position. Is there anything we need to get to before we pop this shit off? Questions? Concerns?
What time is it? Well, you do need to answer the question because it'll determine whether Stephen is wearing mage armor or not.
It is, when you left, it was probably 10 to 11, I think is what we said in the last. So pretty late in the day.
Okay. Cool.
Is he wearing mage armor?
No, he wouldn't be at that point.
Everybody good?
Great.
I will now move down onto the initiative tracker. All right, so first things first is a surprise round will occur. Xerxes, you'll be taking part in this surprise round along with the 3 vampire spawn who had decent stealth checks, but not good enough to get by Xerxes. First is my 18. Xerxes, you did not notice this one here, as your eyes were drawn here, but when you hear the sound on the stone pavement of the steps, as this creature drops crawling down from the ceiling above, seemingly against the wall, and kind of drops down. You hear it kind of hit that ground, and you're then drawn to it, as well as everyone else in the room looking out that direction sees this creature just kind of appear from nowhere, dropping from above behind Steven, who is concentrating on his spell.
If it attacks me, I'm going to use a bottle cap on it.
Beautiful. It is going to attack. So this will take a -5 to hit on its first attack. Once I get its friggin' thing up. And here comes the first.
-5.
Yeah, 21 -5.
Then I'll use shield.
You do not have a reaction during a surprise round to use shield.
Okay, then that's a hit.
It does not deal any damage to you, as it will choose
To
grapple instead.
Okay.
Let me toggle off that always roll advantage. Don't like that. There we go. Now it won't always roll advantage. With its second attack, it is going to bite. I'm going to restart the sandbox really quick. Sorry, the scripts will be weird. Alright, here comes the bite. 12 to hit. I suspect will not hit.
No, it does not hit.
Beep, beep, beep.
That's a terrifying effect.
Quite scary. Quite scary. Sorry, I'm trying to restart the old API sandbox. All right, should be good. All right. Boop, boop. Xerxes, it is your go.
I'm going to throw my flashbang grenade
Lovely.
on this square.
Where at? Sorry. So they currently are.
Are they up in the
30 feet
air?
up. Yeah. So if you were going to throw it at them, you'd have to throw it into the which you can. But I just want to be clear, they're not on the ground.
I can throw it 30 feet
Yeah, you could get it near them enough.
near them enough.
Mhm.
That's what I would like to do.
Beautiful.
So they'll
And
need.
you can throw it further than 30 feet. It just is adjust the AC.
Right. So yeah, I'm gonna throw it at them. They need to make a Constitution saving throw.
What's the area of effect of that thing?
We'll find out. He's working it. He's still figuring it out.
Is it like a Call of Duty? He holds it for like 3 seconds and it blows up in his hand, or is he prime it a little bit and then
Blows
toss it
up.
after a second and a half?
They are,
Explodes.
you know,
That's a
they're
grenade.
only proof of concept. So
Top one, then bottom one. 17 and 19. They both succeed. Let's see if there's a secondary effect. Yeah, so you throw this thing up there and it blows up in their faces, and for a second they like look back, and then they almost immediately you see them kind of look down in your direction, and they seem unaffected.
Can I roll perception to see if I see any other questionable, things coming down from the ceiling?
Absolutely. So yeah, Xerxes kind of takes, after he throws that, he sees the flash and it kind of illuminates the area kind of up above a little bit. And with that, you actually see, as you're kind of looking around, scanning, you can actually make out the ceiling where this darkness was looming. The ceiling is probably like 70 feet above your head or so. And kind of scanning around and looking, you only see, at least in this general area where you currently you just make out these two that are coming down from here, and then the one that is dropped and is grappling Stephen.
All right. Then he will move. What's the little trench? Is that difficult terrain or?
So yeah, to the left there, that drops 15 feet into some kind of trench, is the best probably descriptor for it. But yeah, right where kind of the like lines start is where that drop goes down, and it's kind of sideways. You could slide down it. It's not perfectly 90 degrees.
But it would be difficult to get to the other side of it.
Not difficult terrain, no. You could move into it. It would be harder to climb out of,
Right.
than it would to get down into.
That's my turn.
Beautiful. The two of them will drop the remaining 30 feet. As well. That one will dash. As it gets to the ground. That one will do the same. top of the order. Stephen, being grappled, you kind of feel this thing now. You kind of come to from doing your identifying. You're concentrating on this spell, trying to cast this ritual, and you feel this thing kind of wrap around you, and it's just kind of holding you there as you are currently grappled. So there's that. And it is going to...
So did Saru and Arthur not get turns?
Oh shit, did I skip? I
Yeah.
did. I skipped him.
Because I'm really counting on Saru to cast something to help me out here.
I was still going through the last round. I need that round tracker on here. So Saru, I apologize.
If you just want to kill Stephen, Michael, you can say so, and I'll make you the host of the zoo. But
yeah, so sorry,
So-
Saru, it is your go.
Would I
from
have
where-
gone before or after the thing dropped down?
So this is when you would go. It's already dropped. They've all already dropped because this is the surprise round is now over. Everyone except Xerxes failed their passive perceptions to see them and were quote unquote surprised. As they were descending.
Yeah.
To attack the party. But yeah,
there's
you
that.
see that thing. I mean, it is wrapping around Steve.
Right.
It appears to be trying to bite at him.
So that's gonna happen. He's gonna yell some stuff. Let go of my friend. He's not a snack. Although he is bite-sized.
Fails.
He's not a snack. He's the whole damn meal.
That's a Clavius.
Takes 7 points of psychic damage.
And then I think...
And does it have disadvantage on its next attack?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna work. Combat. And then I'm gonna move there. And that's gonna end my turn.
Lovely. Arthur.
Bonus action drawing bow and wheel. Zing. And see if that goes through the field of force.
Arthur. Roll a D1 hundo.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No, I missed.
That does go through.
Nice.
There's a 20% concealment that it has from you being on the other side of the necrotic shroud. But that does impact the creature.
It's big damage.
7 points of damage.
Huge.
Lovely. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, so Vicious Mockery, I've got a disadvantage on the fist. Beautiful. Here comes a bite, Stephen. 13 to hit. Let's roll for the critical fail. Does not get it.
Stephen will use shield.
Sorry, I was rolling for the critical fail. He has disadvantage, so it's a 13.
A 13 hits.
Oh, well, there you go. Beautiful. Shield.
And then I'm going to use a bottle cap on this next attack.
Beautiful. -5 to the claw coming at you. Critical. 8.
Well, Steven's down.
All right. Steven is unconscious. £14 points.
Thank goodness came against the claw, though.
Yeah.
Not named. So there you go.
Just at 0, right?
Yeah, this is just for me. So you're at 0, but that helps me. Especially, this also will help Isabel if she decides to try and pop you up from a medical kit or anything like that. It actually benefits you. I know it's a little scary to see an
Yes, it
X.
is. I'm more looking at the -4. That
Yeah, no. You'll heal magically from 0,
Yeah.
but if you're healed from a medical kit, it can pop you over
Got it.
instead of simply stabilize.
Got it.
Yeah. That's all it can do. Except move, which it's going to, taking you with it at half speed.
Wait, actually, I'm sorry. No, we need to pause real quick. If the -5, would that have still been a critical hit?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Crit, gonna crit. So it's gonna drag your body along with it. And it is your go to roll a death save. First fail. Isabel.
Okay. So the spawn's just dragging Steven along the ground, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, down the stairs.
Yeah. Isabel's gonna chase after.
Right. You have to roll me a Constitution save, I believe. Let me check. Yes, Constitution.
Okay.
As you pass through the shroud, taking full 15 points of necrotic damo. And as you pass through that and you feel that necrotic energy kind of go into you, you all hear that gong, gong, gong that you've heard twice before at this point. And that is all. It is your go. You can continue with your turn.
Isabel is going to clutch her holy symbol of Helwyn with one hand and reach out for Steven with the other, and is going to first do channel divinity. Yeah, that one.
Nice.
Preserve life, and is going to give 20 to Steven and 5 to Xerxes.
All right. So Xerxes, I don't think you can take any.
Is he above half?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Steven can. So Steven will be up to half.
Then, as a bonus action, Isabel's going to utter another prayer and cast mass healing word, giving all 3 of us 11 hit points.
Butte.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Beautiful. At.
Cat
Thank you, Croft.
will move here and just begin hissing at the shield wall, kind of pacing back and forth, waiting for direction.
Xerxes.
I think, he's kind of stunned a little bit. He's grateful that Stephen is no longer being dragged by some creature. But he looks at the trench, and he looks at the creatures following him, and he closes his eyes, and he opens them again, and they're a little bit brighter than normal, and light blue wings appear on his back. And he flies over the trench and takes a shot at this one.
He has a gun and he can fly.
It's an Apache. It's an Apache helicopter.
Suppressing fire.
Amazing.
Michael, I think my damage modifier might be wrong.
Is it
Was
not
it-
plus 30?
I think it should actually be 5.
Does it need adjust? Where's my Xerxes sheet? All right, where at? On the pistol?
On the global damage modifier, Radiant Soul.
Ah. That should be updated. How about now?
Perfect.
Ooh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Anytime. Anytime. 20 to hit will hit. Oh boy. That as that radiant bullet impacts the creature, you can tell it doesn't like that too much.
And he will yell out, "Come on, you bastards!" And will fire again.
21 to hit. That will do it. Hit it again. Some good ass rolls.
He will finish his movement.
So you just normal ground level, or are you even higher? Since that's 15 feet above the ground, are you higher than that? As you're floating.
Yeah, I'm out of clawing distance.
Beautiful. I'm gonna just write. So it's hard because of the -15. Just put shit. I'm gonna use your little green thing when you click on your token to the left as the feet above the ground. We'll just say 30 for now. That feels good. You'll be quite shocked to hear if they have a ranged weapon that they can use upon you. Right. This one, seeing you flying over there, kind of looks around, figure out what the fuck it can do. And right now, it runs towards its buddy. And Isabel, this first attack's coming at you. It chooses to grapple instead of damage, and will attempt to bite. Can't get the bite. Just can't get the bite.
No.
Anna, it's your turn. The return to D&D starts with a vampire fight. Who would have thought?
Who'd have thought? Anna will move through the necrotic line.
A wisdom, constitution save. Not whiz. Hey,
There's no plus 2 on that. I don't have the plus.
You definitely succeed and take 5 points of damage, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, 5 points of damage, so you take half.
So I actually only take a quarter because I've got the armor from
Beautiful.
necrotic resistance.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, not.
If you want only 2 hit points, then that can be arranged, but that seems like a very
Whoops.
bad decision.
We got just like teleported here out of nowhere, right? That's my understanding.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so she doesn't have a weapon out. That wouldn't make any sense. So bonus action, draw out her bow, and she'll fire. She'll fire a shot at each of the vampire spawn holding her friends. The first
Beautiful.
one will go against the one with Isabel, and the second one will go against the one with Stephen.
Two hits.
And that is her turn.
Cute. Clavius.
Clavius has a crazed look in his eye, and maybe this is the way he looks every time there's a battle, but this is the first time he's been in battle without any goggles on, so who's to say, but for whatever reason he is intently focused and is going to move right here, and he's going to call his shadow north of Isabel's vampire. And he will do that. And he will unleash Incarnation and do it again.
That will also hit.
And Action Surge, and
Those are just the worst damage rolls possible.
he will Action Surge and unleash Incarnation and do 2 more.
Beautiful.
Holy cow!
You thought they were the worst.
Will you check the macro of their roll to hit, baby.
Oh man! There you go.
What are those rolls to hit? Goodness gracious.
Big money right here. Big money.
Wow. Bludge.
Heart of the cards.
Additional weapon damage die. So we'll take you'll get the,
You should probably just take that 7
another
on the.
D8. Oh, that goes in as well. That's included. So you still get that. So it's the 7, so 13. So hold on, because resistances. All right, and so yeah, an additional weapon die, so additional D8. Beautiful.
That's down.
No, it's not supposed to be done.
I was going to say
I did exactly what Connor did earlier.
Oh yeah.
Give me my hit points back. There we go. Why is it not adjusting? There we go. Okay. Sorry, I just couldn't see it. Beautiful. Clavius, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
That wasn't all that much.
No.
Clavius, are you sure?
Barely anything. Barely anything at all. Go here. I'm very upset, but it's gonna attack the fucking shadow. $13 hit.
Just misses.
Oh man, I so wanted it to try and grapple the shadow.
22 to hit.
Damn it. Poof. You're gonna make me walk through this trap, aren't you?
It's attacking the combatants that it can reach. You did waste its turn dearly. Saru, it is your go. My boy Steve-O is prunes on me.
He's gonna yell over at Steven. And he's gonna say, Steven, do a barrel roll! Knowing that the thing is like above him. And so that'll be
Beautiful.
make sure you press R twice.
Press the R twice.
You're going to kill our cleric.
Anything else, Saru?
No.
Arthur.
Arthur will take a couple steps forward and take a pot shot at the one assaulting our cleric.
He's got such good aim. 20 will hit. How's that concealment?
Working on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That'll hit.
Very Legolas shooting through the door of Balin's tomb in Moria-esque.
Freaking nobody freaking through all these people. He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
8 vampires.
Good.
Yeah, that's what he's got right now.
It is.
Arthur will become more Legolas if he gets another level.
It is this vampire's turn. Who will roll to bite?
He will make a wisdom saving.
Yeah. Roll to bite with a wisdom save. Let's see. 19
Wow.
to save.
Okay.
Would it know that I'm back, like, with HP?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It knows. And it will now bite. With advantage because you are prone. It's within 5 feet. 20 to hit.
Steven will do a thing.
Beautiful. What thing is Steven do? Let us see what happens. $19. Much better damage rolls this time for you. So yeah, it kind of sinks its teeth into you, Steven. 4 points of piercing, 6 points of necrotic, and then mark this elsewhere that your whatchamacallit, your HP max has been reduced by 6. So either mark it however you want, but make sure to mark it so that you know that you can't be healed to up to a certain amount. Beautiful. Make its second attack, which it still needs to use wisdom save, correct, on a second attack?
Yep.
15?
Ties.
So here come the claws. 15 to hit, Steven.
That'll hit.
7 points of slashing damage. Steven, it is your go.
So I have 2 questions for you that I'm sorry, I've not played characters that get grappled very often. So in the grappled thing that you put in there, the condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. And so I didn't know if me dropping to 0 would technically end that, or if that was a different thing.
It's still, it's still grappling your body and attacking you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Then the second question I have is about Sanctuary.
Yeah.
So the Sanctuary text says this protection ends when you make an attack or cast a spell that affects an enemy creature. What I want to do is throw my bead from the Necklace of Fireball, which is neither an attack roll or me casting a spell.
That is correct, and I mean technically.
Okay, well then you can
technically it's neither.
Okay, that's why I just wanted to double check, because that's very much me nitpicking. And
yeah, you're not casting Fireball. It affects the creature if that's what Sanctuary says.
Yeah.
The spell does not protect against warded creature. Blah blah blah. Attack. It's not an attack. Makes an attack. Doesn't say make an attack roll, but it's It's not. I mean, it's weird. It's weird. It's definitely weird.
Then my final question: if I try to break the grapple and I win, would I get movement this turn, or would I just be stuck on my square?
If the grapple is broken, I believe you break the grapple
with an action.
With an action, so you would still have you could break the grapple whenever you want. If you have movement, like you'd still have a move action to stand up and then move away if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And you can break the grapple with strength or acrobatics. It's your choice. It's always the grappler always needs to use strength. The one escaping has the choice of the dex versus the strength.
Okay.
This sounds so good.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to try and break the grapple. And I will be using a bottle cap. So +5 to this dexterity roll.
That'll do it.
You're not going to even... I was going to say...
It has a set DC for this escape.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So... I have my move and my bonus action. Steven is going to stand up. So that uses half my movement.
Yep.
And then I will move this way.
All right. They will both use their reactions to claw at you. The first 19 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
Does he have to do a wisdom?
Yes, it
yes,
does.
they both
Yes,
need
it does. Thank you, Connor.
Here's the first.
You're welcome.
10, so that one does not get to attack.
Is that going to fuck our cleric, though?
Here's the second. Fail.
Is that gonna have them both attack Isabel? Because they're probably not gonna want to use that. Not to fuck you over, Isabel. But
we're not gonna fuck Isabel. I'm down to 10 hit points, so like I have to do.
Yeah, they can't switch their target.
They can't switch an opportunity attack. That wouldn't make any sense.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if they lost it when they get a switch to the.
No, they can't switch hit the opportunity attack. That would be awesome.
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah, no, they can't do that.
On a failed save, must choose a new target.
Yeah, but since it's an opportunity attack, they can't target. They can only target the person leaving.
Yeah, new legal target.
Yeah, they're not allowed to target Isabel.
Don't bring legal into this.
D&D is all about the legal.
All right. Anything else, Steven?
That's my turn.
Butte. Isabel.
The boy who lived.
Now.
Yeah. Just living at 10 hit points right now. This is home.
I can still, can I equip my shield while I'm grappled?
Yep.
Okay. Bonus action. Shield. And Isabel's going to try and, not break free, but pry a little bit of space away. It's going to tilt her head. And she's going to shout, "Anna, take the shot!" Doing field vision.
Nice. Just misses. Scatters across the ground.
Sucks that it's the damage die, not the hit die.
Yeah, but I don't burn it if it doesn't hit, right? Do I burn it? So
Yeah, it says
Yeah,
expend
you
one
burn it.
guardian die.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay.
All right. That's your turn, Isabel.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's the first one that we've missed. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
It's a good power.
We're gonna need that flying gun angel to clean up the mess.
Well, the thing is, these things haven't taken any damage.
Is
Is a devil. It's a devil, not an angel.
Cat's doing the same thing.
Beautiful.
Tyson.
Don't want to run through that. Xerxes flying. Helicopter. Attack helicopter, Xerxes. AC-130 gunship.
He's gonna shoot the one attacking Isabel.
Nice.
Which one?
The direct shot, I presume. Oof. 9 does not hit.
Is that a misfire?
Ooh, is it a misfire? Is a good question. I wish I
Yes.
could make it turn red. I can make things crit on 19s, but I can't make things misfire on anything but 1. I don't. It's really very annoying. So that is a misfire. Oof.
It
to
is
do.
indeed.
Flying Xerxes throws his gun onto the ground and stomps on it. That's all I can assume happened.
Ooh.
We're kind of in a tight spot, fellas.
Yeah.
That'll end my turn.
Isabel, this one is going to attempt to bite you. Eight to hit. And then claws. With its claws. 25. 6 points of slashing.
Okay.
And it's on its claws. Oh no.
What kind of check should I do to get information about the vampire spawn? So maybe-
Religion.
And I would assume I get advantage because they're undead. Because I get advantage on faith being they're undead.
Definitely undead. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, they are undead. Alright. 18. You know some things about these undead creatures. They resist necrotic. They resist bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. You probably already know they have spider climb. And that's basically all you know about these spawns. Spawns usually come from a vampire. That's how spawns generally work. That's what you know about them, generally speaking. These bad boys. These specific ones that you're seeing here look incredibly like bony and skinny. And as they're attacking, they're just kind of like viciously going after you guys, like trying to, like, it's very animalistic in nature, is the feelings that you saw when they were like kind of scraping and biting and trying to get at all y'all's flesh.
All right, Anna will free action, drop her longbow. She'll step up 10 feet. Bonus action, pull out her Talir and take 2 swings at the one directly across from her.
Beautiful. It on the second attack. You see as this long blade kind of slashes across it, you see its skin just hiss and burn as the silver on the Talir kind of streaks through its skin. It does not seem to like that one bit.
Time to get some resistant damage on these things.
Flavius. You may be muted, or you may not be talking, I'm not sure.
Let's call the shadow south of Isabel. Do creatures that are grappling, can they do an opportunity attack?
Yes, I believe so.
Actually, in that case, I will call the shadow here.
Beautiful.
And will attack the one I can reach.
Oh,
Let's go.
he's on one tonight.
Critical threat.
Damn.
Oof. Does not confirm. But good amount of damage. Good damage on that.
And we'll use the last Unleash Incarnation to attack again.
Beautiful. That will also hit.
That's my turn.
Beautiful. You see as this thing is smacked back and forth that it kind of staggers on its feet for a minute after that last hit. So it is quite hit. Isabel. 2 claws.
Is it attacking?
It is going to attack Isabel, yes.
I'm gonna yell with cutting words. Basically just
Beautiful.
don't you take one more step forward.
Subtracting the number rolled. Alright. Roll your bardic die. What are you at? D8?
I think it's an 8.
D6? I don't even know.
Should be an 8 at this level.
Beautiful. So you'll subtract that. Wow. Beautiful. Awesome. The second attack. 16 to hit Isabel.
Does not hit.
Beautiful. That's a
Huge
beefy
shield.
cleric right there.
Huge
Beefy
shield.
cleric. I love the tank cleric. You know, it's really good.
The tank cleric pacifist who missed her only attack.
Through. After yelling at that thing and it's missed, it is your turn.
I'll look over to Clavius and be like, can't you do the shadow swappy thing that you do where you like teleport?
Yeah, it uses the same bonus action I need to call it, so it has to stay alive. Just one turn, just stay alive one turn.
It's to stop drawing the ire.
Oh, fuck. Oh, here's what's happening. We're gonna move here. We're gonna get a running start. And we're gonna tackle that one.
Wow, love it. Roll that Constitution save as you run through the necrotic shroud.
On all fours, I assume.
No, I like to think I climbed and jumped off the wall, because climbing speed and whatnot.
Climbing speed, diving down steps. It's really.
Fuck your magic wall.
You take half damage. All right, 5 points of damage. Not too shabby. And roll an athletics check.
How about I persuade it to come into my arms?
I love it.
Grip hug.
That would not be bad.
What'd you say?
It would probably
Acrobatics,
love
athletics?
that. Athletics, if you will.
Right in
So
the
is-
middle.
You're flying down the stairs, like, I assume, extended claws, like you're gonna.
Oh,
and
full
it kind
speed.
of looks up at you at the last second and kind of like lowers its shoulder, and you kind of bounce off the back of it and land behind it where you currently are. Not currently grappled or tackled, but it was pretty dang close. I love that cat speed. It's like literally the coolest. Might as well just use it. All right. Anything else, Saru?
No, because I think that's action and yeah.
Beautiful. Yes. I always just like to ask because I don't want to cut someone off if they're like, "Oh, I have a bonus action that I didn't use." That's my way of saying, okay, it's about to be the next person's turn. So if you have something, you have something. If not, that's totally
fine. I thought I had something, but I think it's an action. It is an action.
Only Clavius is allowed to do 2 actions.
Yeah.
That's only if the action surges.
Not anymore, Ian.
So we're just gonna. I'll holler at Isabel and just basically be like, "Try again. You can break free," and she'll have she'll be inspired.
Oh, there you go.
To break free. Use your beefy, tanky muscle strength.
Like
Or
those
something.
orange music notes. Figured you might
That's
like
nice.
those. All right.
We're all just throwing everything we got right now.
All about survival.
It's funny you should say that, Michael.
Arthur.
Did you click on the link?
I wish gifts would just show up. Man, if gifts would just show up in that would be so great.
That'd be amazing.
Beautiful. They would just be there the whole game. What you got, Arthur?
No.
You got sharpshooter. Man, a lot of shields down there. You don't even know where Xerxes is. He could be dead.
That's true. Fly away in the night.
I don't know what
Guess I could have
do.
given him some glowing eyes from way out there.
Arthur will take a combo. Zeroing in on. Does he notice one of them to be more hurt than the others?
Yes. You actually can. Yeah. This bottom one. And then the one above it is also injured, but the lowest one is the most injured of the 3.
Then he'll scooch to here and hit the
top. Oh yeah. That'll hit.
Oh. How's that?
Oh yeah. Thanks. Concealment is like the most forgotten rule of all time. So
I feel like you have enough PCs to manage. I might as well manage myself.
It's so easy
Yeah.
to forget concealment. It's like I need to write notes on the GM layer, like really big ones, like flashing signs that only I can see. Conceal. Yes, that will hit. 91. You hit well.
Haven't I hit well?
Haven't I hit well? This one's gonna move. It's gonna move here. attacking Anna. First with its claws. 25. It will choose to grapple, as it's wont to do. So no damage. And then it will bite. 22.
Yep.
It can smell the blood. 7 points piercing, 9 necrotic. And then
Is it like tainted blood though?
4 necrotic.
4 necrotic, and as with Steven, that necrotic reduces. So please note somewhere. However you please. Steven. The siege of the stairs is happening. We're really gumming those stairs up.
Really hoping. I knew you wouldn't, but you were going to attack Saru instead of Anna with that last one, Michael.
It's all about which one it was.
Yeah. That is true, isn't it? Steven. Just gonna move there.
Bold maneuver.
See the
We
leap
all-
up the stairs.
We all know what's coming. Big money, no whammies.
We'll hurtle off the
Stop.
staircase.
That's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad.
It's not too shabby.
In case it wasn't obvious, it is
Dex.
going
Damn
right
it.
there. I no longer have the protection of Sanctuary.
Beautiful.
I'll take it off.
I'm gonna do the closer one to you than the further one.
Okay, so the bloodied one.
Bloodied one first. 17
That'll save, so it takes half.
and a 19. My rolls are on with those. So they'll take half damage. It was good damage.
Yes, it was. And then Steven will finish his move right there.
Did you consider engulfing Isabel in a fireball?
Thought about it for a second, and he was like, I lightly will.
All
It did.
gave some gave all.
Yep. There's
As-
no red dot on Isabel yet, so
Massive streak of lightning illuminates this cavernous room. You might all be able to get a glimpse of the flying Xerxes over the pit. Overwatch.
Do his
Real,
wings not glow
Can't see
or
him.
anything?
Yeah, there's wings.
They
glowing.
do.
His
I
wings aren't
think they do.
glittery?
I don't know. You tell me.
They
You tell
give
me.
off faint
Xerxes?
light. Yeah, they give off faint light, but
little bit.
obviously his eyes are also more glowy than normal.
Like
Beams.
Isabel's hooded lantern.
Okay.
All right, Isabel, what you got? Surrounded
Isabel's
by
gonna take a
spookies.
brief look around and who's the most hurt
I mean,
amongst us?
So like the people that are immediately
Oh,
next
okay.
to you.
You want to heal the vampires?
No,
Heal
no, no,
vampires.
no, 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 no. They can fuck off.
You just have to give them a little blood.
No, just looking around, see if Saru or Anna or Steven. Xerxes is probably a little too far away and in the dark.
Steven is bloody.
Yeah, Steven is the hurt
Steven
one
is-
of the
okay.
bunch.
Xerxes' pride is pretty hurt, though.
Yeah. Freaking gun jamming. Uncool.
We haven't gotten XP in about 19 sessions, but once we get to that next level, then I can do away with this nonsense forever.
I'm okay with that.
Isabel's gonna look back, Steven, and utter a word under her breath, and we'll cast Healing Word on him.
Woo! She's still helping everybody out.
8
Surrounded
points.
by undead vampires.
And
Isabel's the hero we need, not the one we deserve.
Correct. Sorry, Saru. Isabel's going to take the dodge action.
Dodge. It's probably good. Probably a good action to take.
Staying there.
I assume our boy Cat paces a bit.
He paces a bit.
He not
as
wanting to
he's-
go down
as
there.
he wants to do.
X Factor.
X gonna give it to you.
Disappointed, he actually floats back down to the ground
Oh,
to give his full attention to the task at hand.
woo.
Which was for the best.
There you go.
And he smiles to himself and then floats back up in the air.
Did we
Here we
notice? Did his eyes go back to normal for the brief minute he was down, or were they?
Still raging. Still with the wings.
It actually probably made it easier to see the gun with his eyes glowing nice light on it. Like,
Oh, there it is.
decisions. Saru, you've got
Let's
a tire. It
go.
releases a grapple on Isabel and attempts to hit you with a claw to start. If it will go through. 25 to hit. It will choose to grapple. So no damage. And the bite.
Nope.
Upsetting.
Sucks to suck.
Anna, it is your go.
Anna
Poor boys.
is going
Girls.
to roll, finally, kind of like tied up, drag the Talir across her arm, doing 2 damage to herself, but will now be able to swing with lightning.
That is so much worse than like you pricking yourself with an arrow or what, like a goddamn Talir just.
You guys, it's getting worse. She's using more dangerous items.
Cut my life into pieces.
It's
That's
just
the
like
first.
Anna
that's the
throws
first-
herself into the lava pits. She's
There you
gonna
go.
deal an extra 30 d8 damage.
Right. Anna.
Could this thing fall down, please?
Done it. As you like slash that across your arm and blood splatters, you see its like eyes become even more like enraged, and it just like, and then with 2 quick slices with lightning energy kind of pulsing across the Talir, along with the silver of the blade, you are able to down.
And would I need to do another religion check specifically, or did I just not get this information? Do I know this vampire spawn's going to stay down? Connor's not. Connor has a guess, but I didn't get that information from my religion check, so I don't think if I didn't get it,
You
Anna would know.
Are not sure.
Cool.
Not entirely sure.
All right, we might find out the fun way.
We might find out the fun.
So,
way.
she will, after doing the 2 attacks, she'll move 10 feet.
Beautiful. Clavius.
So if I were southwest of the bloodied vampire and created a cone, would it hit Isabel?
Yeah. Not even hit me.
We can test it. I can tell you.
Here, you mean?
Yeah.
I can tell you undoubtedly.
I think you're hitting either Isabel or Saru.
You're gonna hit one of them. Or two of them. Because that'll hit Anna as well. That would hit only Saru. In the two. Oh, I don't know if you can see that when I'm only
I was gonna
half
say, is it
doing it.
moving?
Probably only.
I saw it move up.
Oh, here. What's
It
the
went from
one?
straight right to straight up. It did not show on an angle.
Well, that's an angle.
Yeah, so that's how you could hit only one of your friends. If you move it down the other way, you would hit both Anna and Isabel. Or you could hit Isabel and Saru.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to shadow there and swap with it.
Beautiful. There is no sound.
And then the shadow has 10 feet of movement left, and I'll pull it through just to test it.
Nothing seems to happen. Just walks right through.
There.
$20 to hit, you say? That'll do it. That'll hit. Anything else, Clavius?
No, sir.
Beautiful. It is going to attack you. First the claw. 14. And then the other claw. 19.
Oh, sir.
Ugh. Upsetting. It's got too high an AC. Saru.
We've got our tank back.
I've got AC higher than my movement speed right now.
Well, that's what the shadow's for. You just bounce that thing around and move with it.
Let's look at those.
Michael's gonna balance for your AC and just hit me or Marshall or somebody and just crush us.
I'm just gonna try to wriggle free.
A bit. Acrobatics or athletics. Up to you. You are free. You have a bonus action in movement.
Don't think I'm gonna do anything. Nope, that's it. Just wriggling free.
Arthur.
Arthur will, same as before, do a quick one of these to see what he can see.
So out of the last two remaining, you can tell that the one that you had previously hit, the northmost one, is the one that's faring the best out of the last two.
Oh, then he will hit that one again.
That one's not gonna do it. It's gonna hit it. Oh, look at that.
That's why.
It wouldn't have hit. either way.
That's fine.
Yeah, the concealment, you just couldn't figure it out there. You're used to shooting around, solid pieces of cover, but somewhat incorporeal cover is a weird thing to deal with. Something happens. And its body just kind of fades away into this ashy mist and then just vanishes. Steven.
Steven is going to cast Magic Missile at the second level, and he's going to do 2 on each. So the first 2 will go to the bloodied one, and then the second 2 will go to the northmost one.
Beautiful. Those will obviously hit. All right. Those
And
impact.
Steven will finish his turn behind the column. And could I do a perception check on something, or have I already done too much?
You can do a perception check. What are you trying to perceive?
I mainly focus I know we already talked about what the lights were, but he'll be looking up, and then primarily towards just this area, wanting to make sure that nothing else is coming.
Yeah, roll it. You look back at that area, and though there is subtle movements and lights just by those things floating, nothing seems to have changed.
Okay.
As far as you can tell from the last time you looked.
Cool.
Isabel. Tank Isabel. The beefiest cleric of them all.
About that. Isabel's gonna slip between them on the other side. Anna, and is going to do field vision again as her action, calling out for Anna to strike.
I don't know if you want to stand behind her. She's got a 10-foot. Just gonna stab you with it if she hits.
I trust.
That'll hit.
Okay, and then
Real good.
7 more damage.
Oh boy. So as Isabel calls out for Anna to strike, kind of pointing out some area that looks a little weak. Again, you're able to this thing falls over on the ground.
All right.
That is
Isabel's turn.
The Lynx and then Xerxes. I presume there's a necrotic wall that the Lynx isn't going to go through.
Yeah, he just yeets through the wall.
He saw
all
Saru do
32
it.
of his hit points.
Yeah, he saw Saru do it. He's like, hey, I can do that.
No, he looks at Arthur, eyes wide, and kind of makes like a head nodding motion to go back from whence they came. And Arthur kind of shrugs at him. That's his turn.
You see a door over there, cat? God. Get off my back. Xerxes, you're up. Oh, the gun starts working again, apparently, because it's doing it.
Yeah, gaining enough height to comfortably clear Isabel.
Yeah.
fire down.
Pythagoras.
And then he will reload his gun.
It does not like that. Does not like that radiant damage much at all. This one. Another. Same thing happens to this corpse. Just kind of fades away in ash and then becomes mist and vanishes. It is Anna's turn.
Anna will Pathfinder step. And he's going to unleash 2 Talir attacks.
Link is on.
That sucked. That's better.
That's better.
3 4s out of 4 rolls. Yikes.
Yoinks. It is still up.
But that's a lot of damage, so for one attack.
Clavius. What you got?
Show me.
I'm gonna do that, and then I will swap, and I will also pull the shadow away to try to draw its reaction.
Does not attack. For it is the one that blew up the shadow earlier. And it rolled really well. Even though it's his turn, and it really wouldn't matter, because I guess he would have got his reaction back anyway. But here we go. The more you know. Anna, it seems to just kind of keep coming as if it doesn't care much about its predicament, though it is not doing well. It is just so after the blood that is leaking from your arm.
That seems
so
fair.
Very hungry.
That seems fair.
Claw. 24.
Oh, yeah.
Chooses to grapple because it wants to bite. It does not bite.
No.
It tries its best. It tries its best and fails. Through. Does your go? Boop. Oh no, the 4-way flank is coming.
It's like extra advantage.
I think that's victory formation when the 4-way flank happens.
Yeah. We can skip through some rolls.
Man,
it's the poach. The poach is on.
The poach. Is 3 hit points? Is 3 damage going to do it for the poach?
Does not. It stays up.
Oh.
I really thought it was happening though. All right, there.
Would like to roll a medicine check to see if not just kidding. Turning sharpshooter off. Does that.
It's too
And
scared. You're too scared. That is. It's on the concealment. So close. So close. Steven.
We hold. Can you just skip me and I hold action or something? I gotta do something real quick. No, I've got a dog issue.
You're good. Isabel.
Oh shit, it actually came back to me?
It has found you, Isabel.
Isabel will take her action to defend Anna.
Probably.
That's it.
The X Factor. is muted.
Is muted. All I said was bang
There he
bang.
is.
So
I thought it was something along those lines, but you know. First bang misses.
boo! Everyone is booing.
The people are upset. Oof. Oof.
It's gonna get back to Saru.
There's no way. There's no way. With 2 advantage strikes the Talir.
Steven,
Unless
did you
Steven-
want to do anything with your action?
Yes, I did. I was gonna pop out and fire some magic missiles.
Do it.
There you go. Get the kill.
Eat this thing into the ground.
Nice.
It too fades into mist and just kind of vanishes there. And let's take that 8 o'clock break.
8:42.
Yeah, classic. Classic. All right. You have killed 3 vampire spawn. Xerxes is still just flying around. Cool guy.
Are we still in initiative?
You are not in initiative order.
Steven immediately cast this on himself because he never had a chance.
Smart.
You didn't tell us you were a fairy?
It's pretty offensive. Xerxes ignores the comment. And he will fly over the chasm again. Slowly try to lower himself down. And he doesn't quite get it right. So, you know, the wings fade and his eyes go back to normal. And it's a little bit sooner than he thought it was going to be. So he just kind of like stumbles over and just kind of stays there on one knee, kind of catching his breath because he seems more tired than normal.
Are we all kind of gathered? Or are people trying to like honor the map with where they are?
Yeah, Arthur's not crossing through this force field.
Yeah, no, and that's fine. That's what I assumed, but I was wanting to double check. I figured we were going to have like a powwow through the force field, but wanted to ask.
So, is it my like understanding that we just like basically teleported here?
Yeah, so
started fighting?
Steven, Isabel, and Xerxes were all working on the magic glass ball thing from Yofun and did something that brought us here.
So from Anna's perspective, it was literally like Michael's story said, like I was messing with my vials and then I showed up here and then I started fighting. Okay.
Yeah, there was some investigation of the room upstairs. People kind of started looking around, figuring things out, and they walked through the gate and started looking around. Had been hurt by that, necrotic, and Steven started casting the spell. So it wasn't like you appeared here and combat started right away.
Yeah,
but
okay. Like a minute.
over about 5 minutes or so,
but
kind of looking around, walking around. That's when combat started.
Sure, but I probably would have already asked the what the fuck question because I assume it's like the first thing you ask when you show up. But if 5 minutes, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You guys can still ask the what the fuck question.
Yeah, because we never really role played.
There wasn't a lot of talking last time. People just started trying to figure out where they were and what was going on, but it was not a lot of talking happening before other things happened.
How's Steven looking?
Still pretty hurt, but just above half. He'd also tell you he got bit. You'd see a massive bite on his person.
Can Isabel investigate the bite?
Yeah. Whatchamacallit? Medicine check.
Okay.
Don't need a religion.
Kinky.
It looks like a bite wound. There's just blood kind of coming out of, I don't know where it necessarily got bit, but there's just 2 punctures and there's blood coming out. But other than that, it doesn't look like there's not a ton of redness around it or anything like that. There's no signs of like infection or anything that you can see. Just looks like a bite wound.
Does the skin look different at all?
No, it looks generally normal around the region of the bite, other than the puncture itself.
It doesn't appear to the moment to have any other effect, but its first glance. And Isabel will tend to the wounds using a healer's kit.
Appreciate it.
Anna will sort of step up to the barrier. Arthur, are you, is your plan to stay there and see if we can disable this somehow, or will you charge through and let Isabel take care of you and your cats on the other side?
I didn't know if Cat can make it to the other side if we just throw ourselves through.
We should at least try and investigate it. It's either, Arthur, see if there's anything on like the archway that maybe you can trigger. I'm worried that it's magical, and if it's magical, I won't be able to do anything about it for a little while because I don't have that spell prepared. But Xerxes and I are going to start flying together, and that's going to be awesome. Steven's going to do an investigation on our side of the archway.
Okay.
And hoping Arthur's going to do the same on his side.
Lavius is going to ask Steven what spell he's talking about.
Well, one of the spells that Yofun gave me allows me to dispel magic. And so if there's not a little hidden button or switch or anything to deactivate this, I can cast a spell to remove the magical barrier, but I need to rest before I can do that.
Arthur will do a deception check on the barrier.
What would you like to deceive it with? A mask?
It is no barrier. Is there a check in particular?
Yeah, you can roll investigation or arcana if you wish. It's up to you. So the 3 of you start kind of looking over this, and what you note is there are these like grooves carved into it that form these small runic looking things, and Steven kind of takes a look at that, and after a while, like, they look of the school of necromancy, these runes, but they're carved in. It's not like something that you could just get rid of or something. They just look like they're there. At least from this position, there isn't anything that is apparent to you that you'd be able to do or to make it stop this from this position at least.
Stephen will tell Anna and or Clavius or Arthur to watch his back, and he's going to try one more time to identify it and cast that as a ritual.
Cool. So as he begins casting, again, this will be about 10 minutes or so. What does everyone else do?
I am patting Xerxes on the back, trying to also figure out where his wings went, and or where he hides them, and also being like, "Hey, I didn't know you could fly. Why do you bother walking around if you can just fly? You wouldn't be so tired all the time, and maybe you could stay up for a watch one of these times."
Dunk.
And boom goes the dynamite.
I'm afraid it doesn't quite work like that, Saru, and to be honest with you, I don't really know what it is, why it is, or really how it works.
But you can do it when you want. Or
I've
you can
had a
turn it
little
on
bit
and
of
off.
practice, but most of the time I try not to think about it.
But it's like Clavius' shadow. It's like your little thing. Except kind of cooler, because, you can fly and stuff. Although teleportation's kind of cool too, so I don't know.
He kind of smirks at Saru's kind of like childlike wonder, and says, "We may be afflicted, I guess. I don't know, but it comes in handy sometimes when I can keep my mind off of it. I do prefer it that way."
Wait, why do you say afflicted? Why not gifted? This doesn't have to be a bad thing.
They've never made a gifted tea.
I don't think anything that can be associated with the burn could be a good thing.
Nothing.
Nope, no idea what you were talking about, Nick.
Really?
Sorry.
The afflicted T-shirt? Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Come
okay.
on, Michael
Okay,
got
now
it.
I see.
Ah!
Now I see.
They've never
Now
made
I
a
see.
gifted tea. Come on,
Okay.
it's comedy gold.
That one went over my head too, Nick.
I
appreciate it in
looking for
hindsight.
I was just muted. I was muted.
Yeah.
That's all.
Now
Maybe
it's explained,
comedy
I
bronze.
understand.
Thanks, Michael.
Comedy Brown was very good.
Comedy honorable mention.
But what, you couldn't do this before the burning?
No, I wasn't born this way, Saru.
Well, anyway, it's kind of a cool trick. I wish I could fly. And he'll walk back over to the stairs. Nope, I lied. He's gonna go look over here at this staircase.
Love it. Before he gets too far, is anyone else doing anything?
Is there any remnants at all of those vampires?
Make an investigation check.
Do you have a vacuum?
Anna,
Maybe. I haven't
Anna
reached in the
picked-
bag and thought of it.
Anna picked up her bow. She did do that, but she's holding her Talir out, and it still like crackles with lightning. Like she's guarding Stephen 6 very literally after what just went down.
Did she stab Steven in the back?
Yeah.
Whoa. All right.
And his
Coup de
story
grace.
was told.
Yeah, so Clavius looking around on the ground, like you start, there's no bodies and you get closer and try to, take a look and kind of like pushing through. There's, a lot of dust and sediment just kind of all over the place in here. But yeah, you don't see anything that resembles any sort of like remnants or leftovers from these corpses. No loot. There's no loot on them. All right. Anyone else doing anything before Saru starts looking up those stairs?
Isabel's looking up the same way.
I'm just looking at the stairs. I ain't walking up yet.
All right.
We got to check for traps.
Make a perception check.
Oop. That needs to go away.
18. Yeah, so Saru, what you see from down there, kind of looking up, this room very similarly set up as the previous room. There's an archway up these stairs that go up about 15, 20 feet, I believe. And all around the walls of that chamber, they're kind of like draped in like black silk curtains. And moving along, like floating through the air, are these prisms that Stephen had kind of seen before. They're these gleaming, crystalline prisms that are filled with this bright light. And they're just floating and slowly spinning. And they're bathing that entire chamber in light. And from where you are, you can see that in the center of the chamber is a pedestal that's raised up, and then another like stone pedestal kind of sitting there in the center of the chamber. That's what you can see.
He'll turn to Isabel and say, "What do you think?"
I wasn't paying attention.
Floating, spinning prisms, lots of black curtains, you know.
I think we should wait for the others.
Probably right.
If we had trouble getting through the first door, then we should not go under.
Okay.
I think getting up after, catching his breath, Xerxes would, kind of have his wits about him again, and just he'd want to check this chamber over here, just to make sure that nothing was imminently coming or anything. So he moved to where he is on the map.
Make a perception check, Xerxes. So as you kind of wander over that direction, the hallway is very dark, and you look down, and at first you kind of like your eyes feel like strange, like you have to adjust, like because as you keep getting closer, you realize like you're not seeing any further down the hallway, and you're like, it doesn't really make sense to your eyes. And as you get closer, you realize there's this, it's a 10-foot wide, about 10-foot tall hallway. There's this like something obstructing your view of the hallway, and it's this fog-like mist, almost like just kind of roiling there here, and it's just, it's filling up from floor to ceiling. And it just seems like it's almost like it's cascading fog coming from the top to the bottom. And as it hits the floor, it just kind of pools out and then just vanishes as this fog just continues to fall. And that's what you see.
Dark Souls. I see Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Not going down there.
That's what you see.
You know a fog gate when you see one, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to say fog gate out loud because I didn't know who all knew what a fog gate means, but it looks like a fog gate.
You know, I've never played Dark Souls, but I have played Demon Souls. I'm familiar.
There you go. That's what you see looking down that way.
Cool. That's all I need.
You, Steven, your spell is complete. So what you basically know about this is that passing through this necrotic shroud, if you will obviously deal necrotic damage, and it sets off an alarm, which you all heard. You also know that it can be bypassed if you are holding one of the candles that are in the previous room that are emitting arcane light. And that is what you know about this trap. You know that if you are to pass through from either direction,
either direction,
it will still trigger. Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know because that definitely probably would have happened.
But yeah, after you complete the spell, that's the information that you kind of just know about this this necrotic trap.
Cool. Arthur, get some of those candles and pass them through. You can safely pass through the gateway if you're holding a candle.
Sure.
So the candles are about 30 feet up on these chandeliers.
Nice.
30 feet exactly, you say?
Uh-huh.
Excellent.
Oh, nice.
How much is fall damage from 30 feet?
3d6.
3d6.
I will.
Before you do that, Clavius, hang on. Do I know from my identify spell, Michael, that even like waving my hand through it will trigger it? Because I specifically remember Isabel did this.
She put her hat through.
I know, but but that's why like.
You get the feel if you were to pass any part of your physical body that the necrotic energy would harm you.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll hang out then. Is Clavius gonna like announce what he's gonna do, or is he just gonna do something?
He will ask if, like, he wants to make sure that this will work. But yeah, he's gonna say, "I can get it."
So Steven will walk over to you, and he'll say, like, you were able to do your cool like shadow shift thing through, right? And not take any damage.
Well, I can create it up to a certain, I can create it up there and then swap places with it. And then the only question is, can I grab the candle while I'm up there before I start falling?
Well, all that matters is you're able to get through the barrier without taking damage.
Oh, I can get through the barrier by myself every time just by using the shadow.
Steven will put his hand on you and say, "You shouldn't have to worry about falling."
Woo!
There you go.
Yeah.
Not the only one that can fly.
Yeah. So now you can fly.
Nice.
So go get us some candles, and then we can figure out what the hell is going on.
How long is this going to work for me?
10 minutes.
If you think I'm on the ground at all for the next 10 minutes.
Steven's definitely going to drop concentration. That he wasn't. It technically did happen, but like we didn't get a chance to role play it. Steven was flying at some point during the hollow. Like that did happen.
Sure.
And now, as far as everybody knows, Stephen will be not the first, but not even the second. Because Xerxes has been flying too.
So, I mean, with that, you can easily shadow your way into the room, fly around collecting a candle for each person. And
do we need to roll some kind of check to make sure, do the candles have to be burning in order to go through?
So when he grabs the candles, like starts collecting them, they are just emanating this arcane light. They have like this little arcane light on the top. It's not hot to the touch or anything. It's just this white light that's just kind of burning.
LED candles.
Yeah, they're those little ones that you put the battery in. They just flicker.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, so he kind of hands those out, and yeah, when you pass through that, you're able to just walk through.
Cat, do you try and get like your cat holding it and like drag him through, or is he just?
You don't drag a cat.
Okay, I don't know. Cat's gonna be.
He holds it in his paw.
Rolls through. Yeah, but you guys are able to pass through that, and that would take no time for Clavius to do it all, especially with freaking 60-foot fly speed.
And it looks like there's more than enough candles for each of us to have one, right?
There is, yeah. There's
Cool.
So there's 4 candles on each.
24.
Mm-hmm.
Steven will make sure Clavius gets one for everybody.
So we've all got a candle. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Clavius. Anyone have any suggestions on where to next? What did you all see?
There's another staircase over there.
We rest before we, try go anywhere through this, whatever this is.
Do you really want to rest where things fall from the ceiling?
Yeah.
We could also just rest in this little room and keep a vigilant watch. That fight was pretty brutal. Before we go anywhere, I would like to investigate the symbol on the floor to see if there's a way we can maybe reverse it.
I would say investigate the symbol then, but my vote would be to keep moving. I don't know where we are. Don't really want to hole up even for an hour just to wait.
Well, do you need me to put it in again, Michael? I'm just casting Identify again.
Okay, yeah. So Stephen kind of goes back there walking through that barrier, and it just kind of allows him to pass through. And we'll start casting Identify. Is everybody just going to wait around while he does that? Pretty cool
Doing
with
it
that.
as a ritual?
Mm-hmm. It's never prepared. It's only as a ritual.
Xerxes will continue to walk around the chamber
And
just looking at what our options are for next steps, making sure there aren't enemies coming through.
yeah, and Steven won't Steven will say if y'all want to look around, you can. He just asked for someone to watch his 6 while he's doing it.
What's it that originally talked to the dragon?
Isabel.
I think Clavius would ask Isabel why Yofun would send us to a place like this. Does she know why he would allow? Was it on purpose? Did he not know the nature of what he gave us? Is there a reason we're here? Is there a purpose?
Don't really know. I've never seen an object like this before. Or whatever that thing was. I don't know if he knew or not. He did not allude to it at all.
And Isabel was also the other one that saw the corruption on the right flank? Or was that Anna of Yofun?
Was Isabel.
So Clavius would just, you know, how much can we trust? How much can we trust this dragon?
Any more than we can trust another person. I have no experience in dealing with dragons until now. I mean, we did work at the tower in Bray, and he led us to the Hollow. So, I don't know. Why are you so inquisitive of the dragon?
I feel like he got the better end of the bargain. If the tower was hindering whatever he wanted in these lands, and he gave us a few trinkets. I mean, I don't know if you saw, but the dragon itself looked like it was suffering from the same malady as the land. And we haven't seen it since to know if it was cleansed.
It's alive. He's alive. But I worried about it as well. Hopefully it does not fail him before we meet him again.
I'm not sure I care if we do meet him again. But I suppose such things aren't up to me.
His first visitation wasn't up to us. I doubt the next one won't be either.
Michael, do I see another fog gate? Yes.
Yeah, when you get up there, you do see yet another gate of fog falling from the sky there.
So he's going to come back down this way and hear the conversation they were just having. And said, it's possible that the orb was just mixed in with Yofun's things. It's not like he actually gave anything to us. After all, we could have just robbed him blind. Who knows? And we're just taking what's his name's word that was the gifts Yofun intended. Either way, it doesn't necessarily matter at this very moment. Just have to figure out how to get out of here. So far, I've found a couple of fog-shrouded chambers. I don't know what that's all about, but I haven't completed my sweep of the area. I'll be right back. He just keeps going.
Well, there's a
to investigate
non-foggy
the other.
chamber thing over this way.
He'll kind of motion to Saru, like, well, let's go then, right? Because he's continuing his sweep, so he's going to keep walking.
Whoop.
Isabel's going to follow behind them. But
So after the 10 minutes pass, Stephen, you learn some things. That is some type of teleportation sigil on the ground there. And there is this ever-present sense of the energy, arcane energy, kind of innately within it. You see as you're kind of like focusing on it, it kind of, this magical light kind of illuminates around it in your mind, and you're able to see things. And you actually see in the center there is a physical keyhole in the center of this thing that you are now aware of that is there. And you believe that with a key you would be able to activate this.
Good thing we've got a rogue turns. Oh, shit. Fence up there just drinking and doing fun things.
He'll figure out how to open it. Don't worry, guys.
I've got Amanda rolling checks in her emails.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Anything
yelling
else
over
I find out, or is that it?
That's all you get.
Okay, Steven, I'll come back.
I'm yelling over to Clavius for his help. Can we borrow you and your shadow?
Always. Am I still flying? Is identify a concentration spell?
Yeah, you lost it. Tough
It
break.
was also 10 minutes.
Yeah, it also takes 10 minutes to cast, so either way. But yes, casting as a ritual is concentration, so flying is no more. As well as, I believe, the inspiration is only last 10 minutes.
No.
My charisma's down to a 6. I've pinned to the top of the mountain, and now there's
outside.
nothing left.
I will only fly.
Clavius, do you want to leave your shadow here and maybe walk up the stairs just in case something attacks and you can, flip back?
How high are the stairs? Like how?
15 to 20-ish feet up.
Okay, so we couldn't. So what we can see in the room, on the map.
Yeah, you can see from further back. You can see that there is like a pedestal, and on top there's another stone pedestal, and that's kind of what you can see of the room.
Okay. Like specifically the coffin.
Yeah. The maps are not always 100% accurate. That's what you can see.
Okay.
So yeah, always.
That's why I
whatever.
checked.
Yeah.
I just say before all this hemming and hawing, it was my intention to just straight up walk into that room as part of my sweep of the area. So
There you go.
we don't even need to worry about that. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So as
Whichever
everybody's kind
happens
of like,
first.
as Steven's done walking down the stairs, Xerxes is probably getting to the top of the stairs. You're all able to see him up there. So Xerxes, what you see from up there, as I've said, there's this just large chamber that, bigger than the previous room, like the previous small room, but smaller obviously than the cavernous chamber that you guys are standing in. But the walls are draped in this black silk, and there are these gleaming prisms that just look like these crystalline structures just kind of floating about in the room in midair, and they just kind of float to the side, and they're kind of spinning on their own. And they're just like this light inside them is kind of this ever glowing, and sometimes it fades a little bit and pulses, and just this white light. In the center of the room, on this like elevated structure, just elevated like a foot or two, is what looks like a coffin or sarcophagus of some kind. It is this large, heavy stone sarcophagus. Unlike the image here, it is. Just realized I could bring put the rock in it. Unlike the image that you see, it is closed. It is not open, but you can see that on the upper lip of it, which is like kind of angled, where it reaches the flat part of the top, is more of this like glowing white light, and it just looks like runic writing that is just like glowing along the edges of the sarcophagus. And that's what you see as you kind of get up to the same level as it.
He'll turn around and face the crew and say, I'm not sure this will come as a complete shock, but does seem to be a coffin up there. Don't really know much more about it, but I'd probably get prepared if I were you. He'll take kind of like a deep breath, somewhat anticipating problem, and he will walk into the chamber.
Wait, Xerxes, should we? Oh no, he's gone.
Steven will call
Xerxes.
out to him as well.
He wants to stop moving.
Yes, right at that point, Xerxes, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh!
I had that fun noise. I don't think it really went through very well, but
Oh,
Decent.
good.
decent.
That was better.
What noise is that?
I'll have to turn it up next time. Xerxes, I will let me mark on the map beneath you so you guys can see that now. You feel the floor beneath your feet give way as a hinge releases and there is no longer any floor beneath your feet. Some type of pit trap, if you will. And you feel that release in your like preternatural senses of like saving yourself. You're able to dodge out of the way and Xerxes cartwheel. You can either go to the left or the right, front or back. I don't care. It's your decision. But you're able to dodge out of the way from falling in a pit trap.
Since he was anticipating a problem, he actually will roll forward.
Love it. And so, yeah, looking back behind you, you see there is a basically 20-foot fall onto a bed of spikes that you have just avoided.
Could have been rough, guys.
The rest of you see this happen. See him dodge out of the way of something.
Are there any obvious like
Is there anything
hinges
anyone
or
wants to do?
something that we could use to look elsewhere on the floor and make sure there aren't any other traps?
Yeah, so you investigate this, flat. Why is my roll 20? I'm getting a lot of internet.
Your internet's just been really choppy because like your audio and stuff has come through bad for me occasionally.
So weird. I don't know why. My internet's good right now. I'm gonna reboot real quick. Like just go out of the Zoom and come back in. Go out of roll 20 and come back in and see what happens. Because I don't know why it's doing that. Be right back.
All right, there's no rules.
Yeah.
Nate, is Xerxes just going to go push open the coffin? I'm kind of excited.
I don't know yet.
I like how there's now text on the ground in your chamber, Nate.
Everything.
Does it say kill everything? Really?
That says
We killed everything.
We killed everything.
Interesting.
Someone's putting the text in there.
Oh, got it.
No.
All dead.
That's Bartlett.
Or is it Nick?
Me.
Yeah.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Very sus.
You guys, we should play Among Us.
Dude, that'd be so fun.
We have so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically resistance in video game form.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we do well, like role playing and lying to each other.
Mm-hmm.
See if that's any better. Don't know.
We're gonna
My internet-
do some play Among Us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I tried to play that once and I just didn't understand how to do it.
What?
I'm too just dumb, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I like that. It's good. Everyone's dead. We killed everyone. Nice job.
Yep.
All right. Hopefully my internet plays nice. I don't know. It says that it's good. So I don't know what's going on.
Too many things up at once.
Maybe. I don't know. I could kill a few random lights that I don't need right now, I guess. That could help. That could help. Didn't think about that. See if that works. Just killing some lights elsewhere that you can't see. That's scary, huh? All right.
Xerxes will call back. Hey, everybody, found a trap. Just a heads up. May want to watch your step there.
Saru, so investigating the hinges, you don't see much that would, show from above. It seems like it is kind of expertly crafted in a way to make it really difficult to discern. If you would like, you may be able to actively search for them, but you get the feeling that you would have to be very close to them to be able to see where they are, if you were actively searching in this way.
I
So
would do
basically
that.
maybe watch your
At
step
least in,
before
like-
you go into it.
I would do that probably in kind of like this general area,
Beautiful.
since that's where we all have to kind of walk in. Just going square by square cautiously, but then also like making sure that there's not a different kind of trap that springs.
Yeah, let me know which squares you're checking, and I will have you roll a check.
Do it like all of them.
So like a group of 4 squares, and I can have you roll a check.
Okay.
For that.
So basically, I'll do like these 4, and then I do these 4.
Beautiful.
Probably
so
these 4.
Roll me 2 checks to start. 2 investigation checks. Beautiful. What's everybody else doing?
Oh, that was a lot.
Steven will be relaying the information about the key to the teleportation circle. So, and I'm assuming it's a normal sized key, Michael?
Yeah, it just looks like an iron keyhole. Just looks pretty relatively normal.
Okay. So I would have relayed all that information. So we need to find the key, but if we do, we might be able to get out of here.
Saru, you think there's a trap there after your first scan of the room.
I'll leave a gold coin on it
Beautiful.
just to mark it.
Butte.
Flavius will take it and replace it with a copper.
If you're going to place a coin on it, you will have to be next to it.
Oh yeah, I would move because I figured. I mean, as I'm searching around.
You. What is everybody else doing? Oh, there's a shadow.
Anna just made it up to the top of the room and just kind of watching to see what Xerxes and now the Shadow are going to do. If anything.
Bueller?
Well, you moved him. I'll wait for you.
So I was going to wait and see if anybody else did something, but if not, I'll swap out and peek inside or peek at the coffin since it's closed. If nobody else has anything, they
Go ahead. Go for it.
Arthur, you want to perceive something?
Yeah, if he could, just things have been a little spooky.
What you trying to perceive?
I don't know. We seem to have gone by a chasm of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Does he perceive any more vampires?
Yes.
From the ceilings, any other threats, perhaps noises, sights?
Yeah. So as you're kind of like doing that, like back up the group, you're kind of behind everyone, just like they're all ahead, and you can hear them like investigating. Saru kind of moving through the room, and you're scanning the back. You look up, and you're listening intently to see if you hear any of that falling, dust or anything like that. But and you don't hear any movement other than your own as you're kind of walking through the room. There isn't a sound of anything behind you or above you. You feel pretty certain that there is nothing else moving throughout this room other than your group right now.
Cool.
And you don't see anything, obviously. Clavius, you hot swapping?
Yep.
Beautiful. So Clavius appears on the pedestal.
Roll, make a roll, make a roll, make a roll, make a roll for initiative.
There we go.
Sets off a trigger for something.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, some quickies.
Man, normally 16 initiative doesn't look like chump change. My goodness.
Yeah, my goodness is right. Wow. Wow.
What an unbelievable roll for Clavius just to get left in the dust. 15 on the die for you.
Oh, that's on a 30-second delay for some reason.
Amazing.
The 15 is the real one.
Lovely. I can adjust.
How many vampires coming out of that coffin? It's like a clown car.
Clown car vampires coming into the coven.
It's a clown car.
Some good rolls.
I left. Ugh.
Some good rolls. First thing that happens is as Clavius appears on that pedestal, the light in the room vanishes. I don't know where the light in this room is. Doesn't really matter because I've got the thing in there and everyone can see, I believe. There he is. Could not find the light. As all of the prisms that were kind of this floating light just falls to the ground and they shatter upon the ground. As they do, these shadowy forms begin to appear.
Clavius, what did you do?
As you look around the room, these shadowy forms actually look somewhat familiar. At first, Clavius, it's pretty like strange for you to see this shadowy form that looks a lot like yourself, not under your control, appearing right next to you. Saru, you also see a form that looks like you in the room, as well as Xerxes, Isabel, and Anna. You each see a shadowy form kind of start to form into a form that looks very much like yourself.
Nick, didn't you make this joke when he had the personas?
Huh?
I think you made the joke, Nick, that when Clavius got a persona, that in the season when we ran out of writing, that we'd be fighting the persona version of ourselves. Nothing?
Guess not.
I'll have to figure that out.
That is what you see. I'm just noting them so I know which one is which. If you end up asking me which, I feel like this one's one. Steven, it is your go. This is what you see before you.
Steven will step into the room. Does he see a shadowy form of himself?
Steven, you do not.
Okay. So, sorry, Michael, one more question for you. And if Steven doesn't know the answer, very fair. For the Ghostbane blade, does it work similar to the Sword of Sunlight, where it like actually emits light, or is it much more like a lightsaber in that it's contained?
I don't believe it emits light unless it's
okay. It did not. But I just wanted to check. Okay, thank you.
Then it does not.
Cool. Then Steven is going to toll the dead. At that one.
Beautiful. At Shadow Isabel, if you're wondering. I don't know if you can see the name, but
There are no names.
That one
There are
resembles Isabel.
names.
There are no names. Not that it matters, but
Wisdom. Fail.
God, all of these set to auto roll advantage, pissing me off. You hear that boom go out, and you see no change in the shadow at all, as if it had no effect.
Oh, that's good. Okay. That's my turn.
Arthur.
Does his perception roll from before carry, or no?
Yeah, I mean, you see the lights in that room. Just you hear the shattering of all that stuff, and you see those lights go out. And I mean, you see some of your group kind of like getting into a fighting stance for sure.
Then he would
Turning on their names if you want to.
Does he see anything from there?
Yeah, you can see basically everything that your character can see from that point. These are tall creatures, and they are these shadows that are kind of forming in the likenesses of all of your friends here. And they are kind of floating just above the ground.
Will take a shot at Saru.
That real Saru?
Yes,
Nice.
it's been his plan all along.
Finally got the cat pelt. That will hit. And you see that the arrow like passes right through this thing, but you do see some shards of this necrotic shadowy form kind of flying off of it as if it impacted, doing some damage.
On the real Saru?
Did you actually hit the real Saru? That's what you got?
That's what I got.
Beautiful.
Are these? It's out of turn. Are they mimicking our movement, stance, posture?
They seem to be somewhat in your like posture, but they aren't necessarily mimicking your exact movements.
Okay.
Xerxes.
Whipping around on Shadow Isabel. He will fire at the shadow. Can I also mention that level 6, my bullets become magical? So can we get on that for the second time, please? Thank you.
Just got to make it through tonight, I think.
All about survival. 19 will hit. You can see that same effect. 20 will also hit, obviously. And if a shadow could be bloodied, it is.
He will take a step, just carefully skirting that trap.
Beautiful. Isabel.
Isabel's going to utter a brief prayer and cast the spell Bless on Anna, Xerxes, and Clavius.
Bless crew.
That will be. Yeah, that'll be our turn.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. Saru, you're looking into yourself.
Are we even sure these things are dangerous? He's gonna reach out and try to touch it.
It's true, you've been friends with them the whole time. There's been Clavius the Shadow,
Right.
just
Yeah, Clavius, is this just one of your tricks?
yeah, as you reach your hands out, you see the like wispy shadow kind of just like form around it. You're able to pretty pass through it pretty easily. There's some resistance, but
So, can I just blow it away? Like, what?
you feel like that it would you need a bigger wind than that of your mouth to blow it away, but
I will just... Fine. Close enough.
ooh,
Oh, yikes.
little melee. Little melee.
Needs to roll to confirm that, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. Roll to confirm. Apologies. I got too quick
excited.
on the draw. 13 will not confirm. So there you go. You got to see a
There, technically,
a-
if I just
a-
ran through it,
a possible
Wouldn't be
you
the
got to
worst.
see a possible bad thing that happens. No, but that does not confirm. Anything else, Saru?
nope.
Beautiful. Anna.
Anna. Sorry, quit sending a text message. Does that work? Pay attention to D&D.
Geez, Anna. Anna's got her phone out.
Yep. Anna will skirt here.
Let's jump into the trap.
Skirt around the trap, and as much as I don't think she's still got the lightning active. It's been like half an hour. It seems 10 minutes I can buy, but it seems a little ridiculous. So, bonus action, slice herself with the Talir, and then we'll take a swing at Isabel. Shadow Isabel.
Isabel is in range. That will hit. My word.
And we'll take a second one.
She does not need to take the second
Oh, nice.
because your first cuts through it and you feel as if you're hitting a real person with that silvered blade and just kind of disappears into nothingness.
Well, Anna can finish out her movement here, and I think with the 10 feet I can hit there, right? I'm not insane.
Yeah, you can hit. From there.
Cool.
Wow.
Nice.
Much like before.
That's Silver Blade.
You've killed Saru and Isabel.
Perfect.
Clavius.
Move the shadow right there. 1,000 times you have accosted me, and 1,000 times I have bested you.
Damn.
I'm going to move right here, incurring attack of opportunity.
You will take it. $23 to hit. 6 points of necrotic damage. And three points of strength drain.
Oh.
Please note your strength on a piece of paper, on a note in your mind.
On a Google Sheets, I think we all know that.
Perfectly.
On Google Sheets.
And adjust the character sheet accordingly to reflect your new strength score.
I don't know how to do that without breaking a bunch of stuff.
You should literally be able to just adjust the strength score on your left, because it will affect everything.
As someone who has
It'll change it automatically.
Yeah, it'll affect the rest of everything, because it'll affect attack rolls, it'll affect everything. And you feel sapped after that. You feel weaker physically. It is a horrible feeling. And you realize that it could be very, very bad if that continued to happen to you. But that is what happens when you move away. It strikes out with you with the hand.
I will
It's your turn.
stare him down. No goggles. And I will expend 3 charges of the Shield of Vile Rebuke.
Beautiful.
Which is a Dex DC 15.
Let's see. 9.
And it's for a 15-foot radius.
Beautiful. That is good.
Nice. Terrible roll.
And what type of damage is that?
Acid damage, I think. Yeah. Wretched acid. So HQ acid.
HQ acid, classic. You see that a lot of the acid passes through it, but some of it does kind of stick to its form and sizzle a bit. But it does not seem to do quite as much as you would have hoped. Anything else, Cyclavius?
Well, let's see. There we go.
Beautiful. The other Shadow Clavius will kind of float forward here. And it is going to attack Saru with its outstretched hand. 16 to hit Saru. That hit?
Yeah.
So as that reaches through you, you also feel this draining energy and take 1 point of strength damage.
No, that's fine.
So just like before, make a note of it. And adjust your character sheet as necessary. That one will move there, 40-foot speed, floating over the hole that is on the ground. And flanking, it's going to attack Anna. Eight to hit isn't going to do it. With advantage. Garbo.
These shadows get flanking.
They do.
That's unfair.
Saru. One to hit. 8 points of necrotic damage. And another 1 point of strength drain.
Thank God. Who needs strength?
Please let me know if your strength reaches 0. That's to everyone. It's the Lynx's turn.
Lynxy Poo will move here. That's him.
No, I moved the wrong guy. Well, anyway, that's what happens then. Steven, it is your go.
Steven will stay where he is. And he will... do another magic missile at the 2nd level, and the same as before, he's going to do 2 and 2. First 2 will be on Shadow Xerxes,
Okay.
and the next 2 will be on Shadow Clavius.
Right.
Ugh, yuck.
I on the first, I on the second. They obviously hit. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Arthur.
Um, 50% left to right. Slinging a shot. To the right it is.
Oof.
Lovely.
Confirm it.
Lovely.
14 does not confirm.
Oh, that's just great.
Also does not hit. Good where you are.
We'll take it. Yep.
Xerxes.
Sorry, sometimes it takes me a second to find all my buttons.
There's a lot of buttons.
Looking over and seeing the shadow version of himself, he frowns and shoots twice at it.
Does not like the look of that. Does not like the look of that guy. Yeah, that'll hit.
And assuming that didn't jam, I'll go again.
Beautiful. They both hit. Staying where you are.
Yeah, because I can't disengage, right? That's my full action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just stay there.
Isabel,
Gotta take that rogue level.
take that rogue dip.
It's 3 rogue levels.
Yeah.
Or make a snub nose pistol,
Good.
so I can actually fire within 5 feet of myself, which I can do.
Or a shotgun.
Pretty rad. Ooh, a shotgun. Spread shot.
Be pretty cool.
What you got, Isabel?
Isabel's going to scurry along there, getting close to Saru.
Okay.
And it's just going to do a healer's kit as an action.
Ooh,
14.
14 big ones.
Hello.
You have a strength drain healer's kit? That was great.
Yeah. That's it.
Saru feeling a little better after that. 14 points.
All right, he's going to attack. Oh, he was going to do. He'll attack the Shadow Xerxes, and how is he going to do that? He'll yell some words at it. How dare you impersonate Xerxes? You don't even have a cool gun, and you can't fly, and you don't have cool glowy eyes.
You harmed its feelings immensely.
Damn right.
It fails. Taking 4 points. Oof. And disadvantage. Good.
Yep.
Anna.
Anna will attack the one to her south first.
Oh, God. Confirm it.
And just for the fun,
Critical threat, critical threat, critical threat.
Ouch. That'll confirm.
I'm sure shadows can be poisoned. I'm sure. I've although the shadow's probably gone.
It is dead.
I'd hope so. If not, we're in trouble.
Is also immune to poison. So there you go.
And then with her second attack, she'll attack the one that had been previously engaged with Saru. Oh boy.
The highs and the lows.
There we go.
Does not confirm. Lovely. But does not hit. It does yet live.
And that is her turn.
Clavius. That will hit with the bless. You feel that guiding divine light. Let's see.
Bonus action, I will second wind.
Beautiful. It's going to attack you. I'll let you roll that second wind first. Just in case. Man. That's so good. Yet so against Clavius's AC.
Every time somebody rolls a 19, I nod at Xerxes. Just thank you, sir.
I'm usually, so super stoked about a 15 on the die, but with only a +4, what can you do? The Lynx.
Lynx. Looks as if he's about to move forward. And doesn't.
Oh yeah. Thought we had him. Saru. Reaches out. He misses. Misses. It will move there, though. Steven.
Steven is going to throw a firebolt at the guy right here.
The surrounded one.
I mean, they're both kind of surrounded.
Yeah,
but
now
yes.
that I look at it.
I can throw it at the other one if you'd rather me do that.
I'm fine with either. I was just making sure I knew which one.
Yeah, sorry, I thought I clicked on it. That guy.
Oh, there you go.
Cool. Firebolt.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
You too notice that the fire doesn't seem to do nearly as much as you would expect.
But it does a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it is resistant. It's resistant to a lot.
I figured. I remember I had shadows in one of my one shots. So
Shadows
I
are
remember,
the most wild
They-
CR
I-
half creature.
I remembered the strength drain. I remembered a lot of resistances. I forgot about the immune to necrotic. That was surprising.
Literally CR 1/2.
Yeah.
They can kill a lot. Very scary. Arthur.
Ripping shots.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Lovely. At this boy.
That will get him. That will get him. Dead. We've killed him.
Did he fall in the hole?
You could imagine that he did, but really he just turned to shadow and vanished.
I'm gonna imagine it.
You know, at that angle, that arrow would have passed through the first one and hit the second one too, I think.
Yeah, it's like it
shadows.
it's like it hit him when he died and stuck in him like he was a real human. Pretty cool. It's a pretty cool thing that happened.
Super cool.
Xerxes.
Gonna write about it in my journal.
It's like when Xerxes shoots through this one.
Turnabout's fair play right there.
He will reload and shoot.
Click, click, boom. Xerxes, how do you want to do this?
It just right between his horns. And he just smiles to himself and says, "Nothing like the original."
And as the bullet passes through and hits Saru in the face, you have defeated my shadows.
I've never edited a video before, but Xerxes will be saying there can be only one in the video.
You are out of combat.
We were checking for traps. Oh, wait.
Anna will come up and do an investigation of the coffin.
Oh.
Not very well.
So what you all see, Anna, so as you're looking at that, do you notice there are these, like, basically, like, arcane glyphs that are kind of glowing along that top edge, the top outer edge of the sarcophagus there. Just kind of like slightly angled right where the lid sits. There's these runic glyphs that are glowing this dull white, which is now the only glow within the room, as all of the floating prisms have been shattered.
Do they look similar to the glyphs on the necromantic trap? What would you call that?
The
necro trap.
Necromancy. Necromantic. There it is. They just looking at them, they look similar. Those only glowed like when they pulsed the necrotic energy out when someone passed through it. These are just kind of ever glowing this dull light. But just looking at it, yeah, they look similar. But if you want to like get up and like really investigate it closely, you can do an Arcana check. If you would like.
Steven will come up and can we see into the coffin?
It is shut.
Oh, it is. Sorry, you told us that. Okay.
Yeah, it is shut.
So Clavius, it was Clavius just stepping on the pedestal that triggered the shadows.
That's what it seems like. When he appeared
Got
up there, all the prisms fell.
Clavius, do you think you
can open this thing?
May as well.
I think it's the only option. I feel like we have to.
Clavius, you want to give it a push and I can try to help? But
I might not be the strongest.
You probably still are.
Steven will try and help with Mage Hand.
What do you want here?
So you guys are trying to push over the
Yep.
Yeah.
Strength check?
Do we still have Bless on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or I haven't stopped, at least.
Yeah, I don't know how long it lasts, but even if it's a minute, you would still have it.
But this is a check, not a save.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Just a old check arena.
And just keep that roll.
Yeah,
it's a 18, so whatever your strength bonuses is probably the same as your check or your save, I assume.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, you guys.
Clavius should get a plus D4 there as well, if it matters.
No, it's not a save. It's a check, not a save.
It's a check. Bless is only on
saves. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's no worries.
Yeah.
So as you guys kind of are able to like start pushing this thing, you feel like it giving way, and then you see all of the runes pulse out, and a blast of energy kind of sweeps over the room, and some people are going to have to make some saving throws. Everyone but Arthur. I need a dexterity saving throw. DC is 16. So everyone below that takes the full amount of cold damage that erupts from all the runes on the edge of the thing, which is 16 points of cold damage.
That could have been so much worse. And Steven's back where we started.
Living at 10.
Bless is gone.
Bless is gone.
The rest of us take half or none?
The rest of you, half as much on a success. And the runes, you note, fade at that point and are gone.
Do we see anything inside the coffin?
You do. Inside the coffin is a sword, a long sword. there is a black iron-looking skeleton key. Like it looks like an old-timey key. And last, probably most interesting, is this dark, blackish, dark red heart that is just kind of slick with blood. And it's just just beating there inside the sarcophagus.
Can I do either a religion or just like a straight up intelligence to see like what I like, I've kind of deduced that these things were vampire spawn, so I'm like on the lookout for vampire stuff, like with this seeing a beating heart.
Roll apologies. I forgot one descriptor about the heart. Not only is it black and beating and slick with crimson blood, but it is impaled with a wooden stake.
Oh.
And it's just
Buried the lead there.
still beating there. Yeah, apologies. Kind of an important
key detail for D&D.
Yeah,
Considering every single
important
one of us has
detail.
played a vampire campaign, I believe.
It is impaled on a wooden stake. So
Go.
your vampire alarms are definitely going off. Anna knowing kind of about this stuff. You can roll a religion check. You can roll kind of whatever you want here.
I'll roll a religion.
And I'll tell you a different thing based on possibly what you roll. Yeah, you've never heard of. I mean, you know that staking the heart of a vampire is something that would like paralyze it, and like doing so in its coffin would kill it. But this is something kind of different entirely, as there is no vampire that you see. I mean, there's just this heart there. There's nothing here that makes any lick of tangible sense in that form. Obviously, there's something vampiric in nature going on here for sure, but it's also something of very strange arcane dealings that you're dealing with.
Well, Anna will first reach in and grab the key and show it to Steven. Be like, do you think this will let us get out of here?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, Stephen, as you look at it, the black iron of this key does match that of what is in the center of that glyph in the other room.
And Anna would also then grab the long sword and throw it in her bag of holding and just say, we can figure out
Funny you
what
say
this is.
You don't have the bag of holding.
Oh yeah.
You lost that responsibility when you decided to have offspring. So we transferred it for the moment just because we were doing stuff.
Yeah, we had to know who had it on their person when Anna vaporized in the thin air, just in case there was combat and someone needed to get in there.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's in the bag.
It's in the bag.
For the moment, Steven would definitely not put it in the bag of holding, because assuming we get out of here, we're going to have a fun flaw for Steven as a wizard. He's going to want to cast Identify on it before he puts it in the bag of holding.
Lovely.
Well, then can I have the bag of holding back?
Yeah, you're going to get it back. It wasn't permanent, man.
The bag.
No, I know, but I was saying, I wanted to put it in there, and you're like, no, I want to cast Identify on it first.
Yeah. Well, Steven will not let you put it in there. He'll give you the bag and he'll take the sword. He wants to investigate it first.
We did strip you of all your other belongings, though, while you were gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You're actually not wearing the armor or the Talir.
Yeah, Xerxes got the armor of necrotic resistance.
Yeah, please retroactively give yourself that damage back.
Yeah. And then she'll kind of just like point at the heart and be like, I mean, I assume we're all familiar with the tales of putting a stake through a vampire's heart, but I don't know why it would be beating.
Best not to mess with it. I think we should just leave.
Just sits there and beats.
Wait. Just wait. We weren't sent here just to survive and find a key and leave. Don't you think we're here for this? It's got to mean something.
I kind of agree.
I mean, we don't know that we were sent here. We just happened here. We don't know if Yofun knew what this thing was or not.
I don't believe in something as childish as fate, but it is dangerous to have a vampire running around wild. If we can do something about it, we should.
But what else can we do? It's already been staked through the heart.
What if we remove the stake?
I wouldn't. Anna will just try to like. What happens if she's gonna stab the heart with her Talir, or attempt to?
So you kind of bring the Talir up and kind of like start to push down on it. It kind of just pushes it along, and till you're able to get like better like grip on it and like kind of go from the top. And it does not penetrate the heart.
It's actively bleeding.
Yeah, there's just like a little bit of, it looks like there's blood just kind of pooling around it, and it's just kind of like slick with blood. You don't necessarily see if there's any like spots where blood is like specifically coming out of it.
Is it human sized?
Yeah, it looks, handheld, regular sized heart. Humanoid sized.
Do we think we could, now that we have the key, do we think we could get back here if we needed to? I don't know what to do either, Clavius, but if it won't take damage, and I can't imagine taking the heart, a staked heart from the coffin is a good idea. Maybe now we could come back if we needed to and finish the job once we know more.
Thank you, Mr. Poe.
Anytime. I feel like that's going to get real freaky later.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be a real tense moment. I'll just start playing that.
I think Anna's right.
It's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
What can we do? We know it's here.
I don't think there's anything we can do. I think, if we really want to mess with this thing later, you're right, we can, but I think we should leave while we have the moment.
There's no guarantee that the teleportation glyph will take us exactly where we want to go. It could be leading us the complete opposite direction. We still have fog-shrouded hallways that we could also look into if we wanted.
Would my identify spell have given me an indication of that?
You know that it will activate.
Okay.
But that's all you know.
All right, I'm going to do something. I'm gonna remove my necklace that's holding the vial. And I'm gonna reach in, and without pulling out the stake and without removing the heart from the coffin, I'm going to try to harvest some of the blood into the vial.
Roll a either sleight of hand, you can kind of dexterous, or medicine, either one.
And we'll definitely bottle cap this.
You are able to collect some of that blood in the vial without seemingly disturbing anything.
I'm gonna cinch it up and put the necklace back on. And is my hand all red? Can I do like the Skyrim we know?
You were dexterous enough that you didn't get any blood on your hand.
Fancy.
Might be blood from the fight earlier, though. So.
Can we?
My
So we good? Can we leave now?
I'm with Steven. My vote would be to leave, rest up, and if we want to come back, try to teleport back in here.
It's my vote as well.
Go with the group. And Saru will hear Clavius whisper something into the coffin.
I mean, there's still enough votes if you want to swing it. We still got to, I mean, I think Xerxes want to explore Arthur and Saru.
I mean, Xerxes would prefer to try and hunt the vampire down, but he's not all that serious about it. He's more incredulous that the teleporter will actually go where it needs to go. You guys seem a lot more certain than he is.
I'd rather try that than walk down fog hallways after we've gotten the shit kicked in on us multiple times and Steven's down to one spell slot.
Scared. You're scared.
Yes. Accurate.
How confident are you you can open it again?
Steven died earlier, in case you forgot. I'm sorry, Will, say that again.
Can you open the bowling ball again? How confident are you that you...
I mean, I think it'd certainly be easier this time that we did it already.
All right. Group vote then is to go back.
I guess.
Steven walks out and is making his way back to the original chamber.
Yep.
Dip, dive, dodge.
Walking right into the spike pits.
Directly into the spike pits. You guys actually managed to dodge him on your way out. So, impressive job. And during the fight, you dodged a couple of them. So, there you go. Without even meaning to. Is the plan to head all the way back to the thing and
Yes.
Teleport out. Yep.
I can pop you guys over there. That's the don't have to walk it. I can get rid of our heartbeat sound. All right, you guys are easily able to pass through the necrotic shroud again, and approaching the arcane glyph, the circle on the ground. You see now that, clearly that this key would fit into the hole that is in the center of this teleportation sigil. And as you kind of lean down and put it in, you feel it slowly go in. And as it does, you kind of see these lights just start emanating out, and they start purple and they go to white, and then you feel it get to the bottom and you're able to turn it. And as you do, you see this big gate, basically, of this light kind of shining through, that you're all kind of pulled through, and you feel that same sensation as you did as you got here. And then suddenly, you feel yourselves kind of shunted into a new space. And as your eyes kind of dim and there's bright lights that make it hard to see, and you slowly begin to adjust to this light, and it's a dimly lit room, one of wood, one of familiarity, and you are in the storage room of the Black Barrel Tavern where you left off. All kind of in the same areas you were when you left.
Goodness.
Nice.
All of the candles are no longer in your possessions.
Dang it.
So
What about the key?
If that's on your sheet, remove that. Stephen, in your hand is a black iron key. So black iron skeleton key. That's what I'd like you to put on your sheet if you're keeping that.
Yep.
Once we're back in a place of familiarity within the Black Barrel, Isabel's gonna start casting a spell that takes 10 minutes and request that anyone that's injured stay by till the end.
Can we tell if any time has passed?
So the room that you're in is just, there's no windows or anything. It's just a storage room. But there's nobody in the room currently. It's just the group of you.
Okay. And is that glass ball, is that still there?
Yeah, so make an investigation check. So yeah, Stephen, the kind of your first instinct, other than like seeing that key is in your hand, is to go through that cot that you were sitting on the night before, or before you disappeared, and you start moving through the pillows, and you find that sphere, dark, metallic, greenish looking, and you see it there, and you can kind of rotate it a bit, and it's got that completely smooth surface. But then you see something new that you did not see before. There is a black iron keyhole upon the surface of the sphere. Looks basically the same as the keyhole that was in the center of the glyph that was on the floor. Looks to match the key that you have in your hands. And your handout has been updated.
It's cool.
Playing bocce.
Abyssal prison zone. Whew.
Does my spell finish?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone gets 16 points.
Nice. Solid.
Steven would want to leave the storage room and see if he can find Chaudhry, Fent, or Fensar, anyone, really.
Yeah, so as you leave the storage room, this is not great because these people are on the map. But the outer portion of the tavern is empty. Nobody inside.
I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, I think we're about to chill it anyway.
Yep.
So peace.
No, you're good. I'll see you next week.
Bye.
See ya.
Baby time. Yeah, so the tavern is empty.
Interesting. Does it? There are windows in the tavern. Is it night?
It is very hard to tell because you are in a city in a cave.
Oh, duh. Sorry for that. Sorry.
Very, very easy to forget. Actually, very much so easy to forget, especially because this tavern is so out of place in this city.
Yeah.
Made of wood, meant to look like any old tavern that would be on the road. That is what they want for you to feel when you're in this tavern. Yeah. So unless there's anything like else that everyone wants to do, identify some magic item.
Steven will identify the sword.
I'll just give it to you now because I don't want to have to save it for later. It's no fun. It is in items, and everyone should be able to see it now. You find that.
That's very cool.
Cool.
I'm gonna just put it like at the very top.
It may be another gift for Fent.
Who knows? But at the very top for now. We can figure out where that goes next time. The black iron key. After using it, you do change the color way easier. Boop, boop. Let me open this real quick. Just copy it over. Does not have a card, but because it's like minor magic item, but There's your key text. Maybe I'll make a card for it just so that we can keep track of them for next session.
I copied it on my character.
We
sheet
gotta
as
go
well.
back.
Beautiful. That's all I've got for all of you. You've done a good job. You've killed my monsters. You've triggered many of my traps.
No one died.
And no one died.